Alright, Skull Nation, thanks for being with me. Hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, like, comment, and share this content. Skull, baby. What's going on, Purple and Gold Nation? What's up, Vikings fans out there? Welcome to Talk Vikings with me. Sorry about the late video. Busy. Not an excuse, but I got to do the video anyway. No, I was gonna do the video anyway, but been having a few questions asked, been having a few concerns sent my way. When are you gonna do the video about the draft? What do you think about the draft picks, huh? What do you think? What about the draft picks? What about them? Shout out to Tom Segura, one of my favorite comedians. Anyway, never mind. If you're a Tom Segura fan, you know what I just said. Anyway, I'm just gonna start like this. Okay, this draft, this got to be one of the most confusing drafts for the Vikings ever. Okay, but in Kwesi we trust. But it's a little confusing. Now I'm gonna start with the first round draft pick. This is just what I think. Okay, and a lot of times what I say, my few people who've been watching, not whatever. Most of the time, what I say come to pass. It comes to pass. Ask my viewers, the few that they know whatever I say comes to pass. Except last playoff, we're supposed to go far in that. But how do we lose the Giants? We just whooped them a few. Never mind. Starting with the first round pick. Now I like that pick. Okay, there are pros and cons about all the picks, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I'll give this draft, and it's crazy. Right before I could do I should have did my video before. A lot of judges, a lot of football people, like the average grade was a B minus C plus, which is what I personally graded the Vikings draft picks. But I guess if you put all of the people, all of the football people, some of them nobody gave him an A, but there were a few B's in there, there were a few D's in there, there were some C's in there. I guess it averaged to like a B minus C plus, which is why I'm giving it this draft grade, and I'll tell you why. So number one, they didn't have high draft picks even in the first round. What pick number 23? Like, we didn't have picks 1 through 20, the real supposedly stars. Like, we didn't, like, some teams got some real talent out there. Okay, so some teams got some real talent out there that didn't come the Vikings way, but it's all about what fits your team. It's all about, because you can be a high draft pick. We've seen this with other teams, like with the Jets and other teams that has had. Oh my God, I know the Texans. They got there are some teams out there that's gonna have had great draft picks and had a few in the first round, the first couple of rounds. But it's all about that transition into the NFL. You can be a high draft pick all you want. If you don't get to that next level, if you don't have the right coaches and if you don't get into the right system, we've seen like high draft picks just go to nothing. People like Vince Young and them, So why did I just think of Vince Young? There's so many, a lot of other number one or first rounders or top prospects that went, top picks that didn't make it anywhere, that didn't prove themselves in the NFL. So this is just a draft, but higher picks usually are higher picks for a reason, and the simple fact that we only got one pick in the first round, like towards the end kind of, and all the other picks were like they had to like trade down a couple times to get additional picks in the third round. I'm not good with that. We took later picks, as compared to other teams that had like couple of first round picks or a couple of second round picks. We only got one in the first round. So I'll start with the first rounder. Jordan Addison. Like Addison, he's such a great replacement for Adam Thielen. Like I said, he has to prove himself in the NFL. Adam proved himself, and Adam was like a late rounder who had to wait his turn, prove himself on special teams. He man Stephon Diggs. But Adam Thielen had great hands. He rarely dropped the ball. He kind of slowed down the last couple seasons because he was battling some injuries. So I can give him that. But Addison, superb route runner. You know, he's got great hip work. He can switch direction anytime. I mean, like he's his fade routes, and I mean, I've seen him a couple times on tape, and it's crazy. His route running ability is ridiculous. So, great pick. The only downside is his size. Like, I wonder what they're gonna do with him. He's like a great slot receiver, but then I guess Justin Jefferson was supposed to be in the slot too, but he did good in the slot in LSU. But Justin Jefferson is an outside receiver. His height, his speed, his length, just everything about him. He's the number one receiver. Can't have him in the slot. But there were a few times that he kind of was a little Cooper Kuppish. Had him in the slot a couple times. Did a couple, but him, T.J. Hawkinson, KJ Osborne, now Jordan, and then we signed another tight end. Darn it, forgot his name. Too many names to remember. But we signed Oliver. My Vikings fans know what I'm talking about. I get lost with the names. Anyway, that Vikings offense is gonna be ridiculous. And we're gonna keep Kirk, and it's gonna be the same offense. You know what I'm saying? So adding him in there with that speed and the versatility, and we can run double reverses with him and JJ. Oh God, I know Kevin O'Connell is having to he's having a field day right now. This is like vacation time right now. He's just laughing with his feet up. And when they drafted Addison, our wide receiver coach Keenan McCardell, former Saints receiver, he was good. He was just like blushing. He was just laughing. He couldn't take a smile off his face. So I already know they got what they wanted in him. My only thing is his size. Like those small receivers. I mean, outside of like your Tyreek Hill and dudes like that. What's something about the Chiefs? They keep getting these short, little, explosive receivers. Y'all remember Dante Hall, the human joystick? Oh, my older. You gotta be old to remember Dante Hall. You gotta be in like your 30s. But Dante Hall, aka the human joystick, played for Kansas City, and then they get Tyreek Hill. Well, he's not there no more. He's with the Dolphins now. But you get what I'm saying. So my point is, it's very difficult to see little receivers, just flourish in the NFL. Like, cause the wide receiver position is a dangerous position. Like, you got to go up there and get the ball, and like sometimes the hits are coming out of nowhere. They're abandoning some hits, and they're tossing dudes out the game just for the sake of wide receivers to keep them healthy. So you get what I'm saying. But that's my only downside is his size. He's a little guy. Speaking of little guys, same thing with Mekhi Blackman, little guy too. I'm up on him. I'm happy we got to pick him, and Jordan used to go at it, but they're two little guys. They're good. Mekhi is ferocious. He's a great tackling machine, but his size scares me. You're gonna be going up against NFL receivers, okay? This is not college anymore. This is not Jordan Addison in practice. And even though he went against other big receivers, I mean, this is the NFL now. You go against dudes like Julio Jones, dudes like what's the boy from the Eagles, damn it, I forget names. How about dude from the Cardinals with the dreads? What's his name? Whatever, you get what I'm saying. Big receivers in the NFL, you got to go against them. So I don't know if he's gonna start, and I can kind of see what they're doing with this draft. They drafted a lot of players that's it's just gonna be competition in training camp, because we have a lot of cornerback. We got Booth Jr., we got Caleb Evans, we got the boy what's his name that came over from the Cardinals. He's gonna start. He's gonna. I'm bad with names, y'all, but I'm gonna put him on the screen. But so the cornerback room is kind of full. So adding him in there, he's like a Duke Shelley kind of guy, short but can make plays. I'm just scared. Their size kind of scared me. And then it's just a late round picks. Like he was the 102nd. That was our very next pick, 102nd. So we lost out on a lot of great players. But like I said, it's the NFL. It's all about coaching. It's all about developing dudes. You can be drafted you can be drafted earlier and still don't make big of an impact as compared to somebody else who's drafted later. So that's the up and down on Addison and Mekhi Blackmon. Then we have Jay Ward. I love Jay Ward. That's one of my favorite picks of this draft. Love Jay Ward. The size. He's a big hitter. I think he's a bigger hitter than Blackmon. Blackmon's little. He can't really. Jay Ward will put it on you. Okay. So I like that. Not really. It's not really fast, but he's a safety. He doesn't have to be like a corner, but he's not really fast. But I'll take him. But then again, like I said, competition, because we have the Hitman, a million-time Pro Bowler. Then we have Louis Cine. He's looking pretty good in practice. I mean, in OTAs or whatever activities they got going on. But Louis Cine is looking good moving around. So we're gonna have competition at that safety position. We're gonna have competition at the cornerback position. What else we got? We got. I don't know how to say this dude's name, but I think this is somebody else. He's supposed to take Dalvin Tomlinson's place because Tomlinson is not here anymore, and we only have Harrison Phillips. So hopefully Harrison Phillips takes him under his league. Jay Roy, LSU nose tackle. I'm really big on him too, and it seems like they're getting a lot of teammates on the team. They got a couple of Tigers on here. Get a couple of we get a couple of LSU guys. Yeah, get a couple of Tigers. We got a couple of USC guys. It's like they're drafting teammates that's used to each other to kind of continue the camaraderie, to kind of continue the brotherhood, and just kind of bring it to this level. You know what I'm saying? So I like it. Like the nose tackle. I'm really up on him. I got high hopes for him. Big dude. He's bigger than Harrison Phillips, this rookie. And he's really athletic. So I'm loving that. Jaren Hall. I like Hall. I kind of watched some tape on him. I just don't understand why he fell all the way this far. There's some pros and cons there. He's a great decision maker. He's a great teammate, but he's not really a great thread the needle kind of quarterback. He's not really a great down the sideline kind of quarterback, but he's got Kirk to learn from. He's got and he's got something to prove. And then McBride, another one of my favorite, great running back. A lot of cons about him. He's very, very hard to bring down. Got great great footwork. I just don't understand why these dudes were just left alone. Like McBride got drafted in the 7th round. Now, know that he's a running back, and like the running back position is kind of like, I wouldn't say not important, but it's not like valuable anymore. They're not, because they get hurt a lot, and like dudes are paying pass rushers now, and they're paying even like tackles. Like if you're a great left tackle, you can get the bag now. So like pass rushers and left tackles to stop the pass rushers, and so running backs aren't, unless you're like Dalvin Cook, who's like most likely going to be traded, or like a Zeke who got traded. Well, he didn't get traded, he got cut. Or like a what's the boy from the Titans? It's you don't see really running backs being paid big anymore because the position is such a vulnerable position, But like I said, I will give this draft class a C+, B- kind of thing, because knowing Kwesi, these are great picks. Okay, he's real analytical, and he's gonna give the Vikings what they need and not what they want. And I think all of these positions kind of address what we needed, and these are great guys potentially. But I know there were other talents out there that we passed on, you know, and these guys were way later. Like Roy was the 141st pick. Jaron Hall was the 164th pick. Dwayne McBride was the 222nd pick. And then our first rounder, he's super little. Then the next round we got, he's little, even though they're athletic, but they're just little as compared to the NFL. I don't know. I like the picks, but I'm just a little skeptical as far as like size and speed and all of that. But hopefully they're in the, especially like the offensive guy, just with the coach we got, I know they're going to flourish. I know Addison is going to flourish. This is really interesting because it's like, I want to be a big plus, but then again, I'm like, nah, I'm just real skeptical. This whole draft class, there's a couple of guys who I'm like, okay. And then there's a couple of guys who I'm like, it's a head scratcher. So, B minus C plus. We're going to go with B minus C plus, man. B minus C plus. And I'm really looking forward to training camp. I'm really looking forward to this summer coming up. I'm really looking forward to the preseason. I want to see these dudes play in real NFL games. I want to see how they do in training camps, rookie camps, all of that. Because even though they were later draft picks, they have talent. And every last one of these dudes, you know, there are some guys where it's like we've had some dudes get, like, how about the offensive lineman that we drafted in the third round, a third rounder, what's his name, out of Ohio State. I'm bad with names, I'm sorry, but you guys know who I'm talking about. Just didn't make it, just didn't. And we've had draft picks like that, second round, third round. It just didn't happen. It's like, we could have used it on somebody. Anyway, man, I hope it works out. You know, they all got talent, even though they kind of fell. It's like I'm a broken record and I keep repeating it. But you know, I like the picks. They're talented, but I'm skeptical on why they were so far back in the draft, you know. So I guess they got something to prove. This is going to be really interesting to see. So that's my thoughts on our draft class. Like it, but I'm skeptical. Until next time, peace, Skull Nation. And I'm going to keep you guys updated with everything that's going on as far as the team. But until next time, peace, Skull, baby. Purple Pride all day.